Welcome to the Business Blast Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with the support you need to finish your book. Best part is, after you finish your book, they take care of the entire publishing and marketing process 100% for you. So, if you want to become a successful author, make sure to check out authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today, I have Valerie Luckett with us. She is the founder and CEO of Your Inner Billionaire, who helps ambitious entrepreneurs, experts, and coaches double their revenue in less than 90 days. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tyler, so much for having me.
Of course. Grateful to have you on. So, Valerie, the first question we ask on this show is, what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Yes, all right. I have many, but the best story I can give you from my life is when I quit my job of 14 years of being a middle school teacher, and I literally quit in the middle of the year, sold all my stuff, and I followed this guy to Europe. So everyone thought I was crazy, which I agree. Looked super crazy, but there was this universal pull that was telling me to leave. Like literally when I was driving, every billboard, license plate, sign was saying now is the time. Because every year I kept saying, I'm not coming back, but I never really took the time to see what else was out there. It's kind of like I felt like I was imprisoned in my job and played the victim to what it was. So my message is to follow your crazy no matter what anyone else thinks, because I do believe we care so much about our security in our job or what other people think and what we should do with their lives, and that we're not really living the life that we truly want. So from this, I would say to start listening to yourself more, because I believe we're here to build a relationship between our masculine and feminine energies within, and that no one else is going to live your life, nor do you want them to.
And then what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Yeah, the most valuable piece of information I would say is that everything is energy. Your thoughts, language, behavior, feelings, and attachments are all energetic. So when you understand how to live based on your energy and standards, then that's when everything changes for you.
And then what is your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
Okay, I would say the best piece of advice is to focus on energy and mindset and develop a business model that lights you up and solves a problem that you're passionate about and is in great demand, that you can help many people. And I think it's just really important to enjoy the process, keep it simple, and focus on your vision and mission. You know, there's a lot of trial and error, but that's part of the fun, right? Just to enjoy that.
And then if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
I would say that there's nothing to be afraid of, that you have the power to create anything you desire, that you're here to have fun, enjoy the journey, and not care about what other people think, and to really just trust yourself in what you believe in and continue to focus on that relationship between you and you. And that's where, magic happens.
And then in your opinion, this is kind of going a little bit down a different path. In your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
I believe the key to happiness is finding gratitude in every single thing that happens in your life. So remember, it's happening for you, not to you. So this would be the good, the bad, the indifferent. And it's a lifestyle and way of being that keeps you in quantum flight. So this goes back to energy again. And it takes away the roller coaster that people love to create for themselves.
And then what is the best book that you've read, and what's the number one thing you learned from that?
The best book I have read is called The Queen's Code by Alison Armstrong. It's an easy read, but it's full of golden nuggets, especially this will help so many women and men, of course, but it literally was a game changer for me in how I viewed men and in trusting men, because a high percent of women do not trust men, which means you do not trust yourself. And I grew up seeing what men were doing wrong, and now I can see what amazing human beings they are, that they're committed, to providing it. And that's the thing I go into of energy and stuff like that, and how it can relate to your business and to your relationships. But it definitely was a huge game changer for me.
And then what is your favorite quote and why?
So my favorite quote is, "A strong woman looks a challenge dead in the eye and gives it a wink." And that's by Gina Carey. And I just love the visual of this quote because it radiates confidence, fun, and a way of seeing a challenge as an opportunity to thrive.
Yes, love it. So the last one I have for you, thank you so much for coming on, is where can our audience best find you online?
Yeah, at yourinnerbillionaire.com.
Awesome. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening to the Business Blast podcast. So for all my listeners out there that have been wanting to do your own podcast, I'd like to introduce to you Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. So before I found Anchor, I had never actually done a podcast because all the research that I had gathered made it seem very complex. Then I found Anchor, and Anchor makes podcasting extremely simple. So if you want to do your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.